Welcome back everyone. Today we are playing some Coal LLC and this is a very special episode. We are back playing the Skymine map as the wizard. We had our first attempt as Trashcan the Grey, where we battled from the deepest valley to the highest peak and we were struck down on day 16. And now we have been sent back as Trashcan the White to see this finished. Alright, welcome back everyone. We are back at it with Coal LLC and we are going back to the wizard profession at the Skymine map. So last time we tried this, we didn't quite make it to day 25 like we thought was so easy. But we are going back at it today. We have the shoddy staff and we're just going to go ahead and get started. So I think the way to do these first couple of days is to just shoot straight up and get all of the stuff to fall straight down. That way it's easy enough to just collect and just get our quotas easily. I'm going to try to be as strategic as possible with this, just because I need the most money possible from the get-go. I'm not sure I did a good enough job doing that early on last time, but we'll see if we can try and enhance some of our early game to make up for what we might lose in the late game. But we'll just keep shooting up. There's no point in us not shooting ever. So halfway through we have 71. Might be worth it to get that iron. Focus up on it, maybe by jumping. Easy sauce. So yeah, if you guys are Lord of the Rings fans, then you would have understood my intro there. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. It is just such a good series of movies. Not the biggest fan of the new like the Hobbit movies or even the new Amazon series that they made. It's just not true to the story or the lore. So it's kind of disappointing. Oh, I couldn't quite get that coal. But we still had a pretty decent run. 785 with that shoddy staff. It's not that good. Could sell it for 75, but we won't be able to, and we can't sell any of that. So we'll sell that, we'll get this, and then we have just enough for more time, which is going to help us significantly. So let's just go straight to it. So is anyone else as big of a geek towards Lord of the Rings? Leave a comment and we can connect, because seems like every person that I know that I've come to find out likes Lord of the Rings is just a pretty good person. Or it's just like the exact opposite. I get to know somebody and they are really cool, deep down, actually think for themselves, and then come to find out they're really big fans of Lord of the Rings. So I always find that's a pretty decent connection and a tell on if you're gonna be friends with somebody, for me at least. But yeah, I've been down in the dumps the last couple of days. I was sick with a little bit of a stomach bug. I was talking about it in the Atomcraft video that I did. My son got ill it was last week, like Thursday or something. And yeah, he was just very ill. He was throwing up, not wanting to eat anything. He was just not feeling it. And now that I'm on the same end as him, I don't blame him whatsoever. But it's like, he's a toddler, so you just don't really know, because toddlers are very picky with what they want to eat. So you just got to kind of force them to eat in some cases, but he just was not wanting to eat. So we're just trying to shove this food down his throat. Not literally, but figuratively. And now I just feel so bad for the guy, because it was probably not very fun for him, as it's not very fun for me being ill. But thankfully I never upchucked anything, which was good. I was thankful for that. I did have some dry heaves there, but hopefully that's not too much info for you guys. There's your stuff, Tabitha. Now be happy and be quiet. So yeah, I wasn't feeling like recording any videos or anything. I was just down and just wanted to sleep, but then all that laying down and sleeping just really killed my back. So I'm in recovery mode for my back right now. So hopefully I'm able to feel better tomorrow. But man, it was a rough sickness. It really took me out of it. I haven't had the flu or anything like that, and man, it's been years, at least 5 years, I'd say. One time I got it last, that was really bad, was in college. And it was just happenstance as far as the timing too. Because I had it on New Year's Eve. And I was in sports in college, so I just remember having to text my coach and be like, yeah, I can't make it to practice in the morning because I'm sick. And he's like, oh, okay. Probably drank a little bit too much, huh? 2,500 exactly. That's good numbers right there. And then I just remember not being able to sleep. We can get the Sapphire staff. So that gives us 35 for 5 missiles versus 25 for 3. So that's not too bad. Can't really get anything else yet. But yeah, my coach was just like, oh yeah, I bet you are sick, yeah. But then it was the worst sickness I've ever had, ever. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink anything. I couldn't keep it down. I just tried to, but it just was not happening. And I just remember, this is when I was in the dorms for my college, and I just was sitting there in the public bathroom for our dorm with a little recycling bin for our dorm room in front of me, and I'm just like, not good, just blowing chunks both ways, and it was just not good. It was just so terrible. I was so miserable. I should have honestly gone to the doctor or something, because I couldn't drink or eat anything, and I was just getting so dehydrated and getting so weak. So I probably should have gone to the doctor or something, but I don't know. I was stupid and just thought I can do whatever. Obviously couldn't handle my my sicknesses, but yeah, I ended up being all right in the end. But I just went to practice after the next couple days, and I had lost like 15 pounds in a couple days, and it was just so bad. My coach was like, oh man, you were actually really sick. Sorry for doubting you. And I was like, yeah, I'm not the type of person to lie. Which I was thankful for my coach, because honestly, he was the type of person that was like, if you're out drinking too much and you can't come to practice, just let me know. But it was one of those things where you obviously don't want to do that because he's going to be disappointed in you. But it was like a fatherly disappointment type of a thing. You didn't want to disappoint him. So it was a nice to have type of thing. But yeah, that was the worst sickness I've ever had in my life thus far. I'm thankful for that, because it could be a whole lot worse. But it was really bad in the moment. I was very miserable, extremely miserable. And whoa, don't want to end my day early. But yeah, that was probably one of the last few times I've upchucked, I suppose, for lack of better terms. Got 2 emeralds there. Couldn't quite get more. Just trying to maximize these days, like I said earlier. Might be able to get a little bit more than usual. 1,500, might be able to get one more run in here. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, we got it. Very nice. We broke 4K on that one. That was really good. Let's see what we can afford here. We have the emerald staff, and then there's the silver staff after that. That's going to take us a while to get to. I don't think the extra time is going to help us right now. I think just getting the emerald staff, selling that, and then getting some inventory slot there. Let's move it to its right spot. And then let's just get going. Try and get everything to just fall right down. So last time I didn't get that many chests, and I'm wondering if I'm able to get more this time somehow. It's kind of hard when I don't have the jetpack yet, just because it's harder to get up to those chests from these platforms. I mean, it's not that hard, but for my little amount of skill that I have, it's more difficult than it should be, I suppose. But I hope you guys are doing a lot better than I was the past couple of days. Hopefully you guys are staying away from the sickness, and unless it's a good type of sick, and are alive and healthy. I might try and get up to that chest there. I'm thinking I might do it from this. Okay, so that's interesting. We'll do the magic regen, because I'm pretty sure that is the... Oh, nice. Pretty sure that is the attack speed for this, if I'm correct. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But let's start moving a little bit more. I need to get more materials, more ore. The more ore, the better. But yeah, I remember talking about my favorite movies, like top 3. You know, you have The Book of Eli, you have The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and then you have the Equalizer movies are fantastic as well. But then you also have the Lord of the Rings movies. The Two Towers, top notch, one of the best movies ever, period. It might be my most favorite movie ever. And that is very easy to, oh man, very easy to say there. Because it's just so good. And we will get probably the jump velocity, right guys? Yeah, I think we'll do that. So we'll just go straight ahead, keep mining. That way we can just go back and forth when the time comes, and I don't have to worry about mining more stuff to fill up my inventory. But I feel like I'm really getting the hang of it. Just going around those. I'm really getting the hang of this game. Really enjoying it more and more the more I learn about it, and the more I'm able to just enjoy it with you guys. But I won't stop shooting. Won't stop shooting. Won't stop shooting. So yeah, I almost did not film tonight. Just because of... I'm still not feeling the best. I still feel really lethargic. My back hurts and... it's just not able to eat as much lately. Because my stomach has just been starved. So I have that like bloated belly feeling. 5,500. I think with that we'll get the extra time because we can't afford that staff just yet. It would be nice to get that extra time and then somehow the jetpack, but we can't just yet. We might just have to go again and then we'll get the jetpack next time. So we have, guys, do we have... We don't have that yet. We need the emeralds. We should probably focus up on the emeralds so we can get the vacuum, because it would be nice to not have to worry about that. I just don't want to go back and forth constantly. If I can save time, that's all the better, because I am not trying to make the same mistakes I did last time. I'm trying to learn from my mistakes. So we'll see if that does us any good. We need 30. which I could just deposit them along the way. That at least gives us some progress towards there. And when I deposit my stuff, I don't have to worry about depositing the emeralds. So I feel like that's a good plan. Okay, so we have that. We can go up 3. That's it. And that's it. Okay, we want the regen because the regen is what helps us shoot faster. And that's going to help us so much later on. Or I guess earlier on, because 5% isn't much in the later rounds, but these earlier rounds, it helps out so much. I've noticed that in my game that I'm making. I've been working on some upgrades for my dude and programming a lot of that, and I have a 8% upgrade for attack speed, and once you start having a couple of those, it really starts to add up. It's so nice. And then you're actually able to kill enemies a lot faster and a lot more efficiently, and it just helps out so much. So let's just keep on shooting up, getting all the materials that we can, getting all the emeralds when we can, even though that's only 2. It's still something. So we have 4 thus far. We're almost halfway through the day. Shoot at that. Need more emeralds. Where are the green emeralds at? But I wonder if the... I wonder if the uranium plants in the background are programmed based on day and not just like your progress. I guess it wouldn't make the most sense if it was on your progress, because how do they know? Okay, we got some of materials. And we are going to just run back and forth now. I think we're at the point there where we can just do that. We have knocked down a ton of materials. And we need to really get our money's worth here. Go back and forth. Really didn't do much for the spot right above the collector. But that's alright. We're doing it. We're getting it done. No point in keeping on going, collecting the copper. Because if we're full of all of our other stuff, might as well just go back and get more room for everything else. Alright, and go back. Like the amethyst. Like the amethyst. If only Tabitha wanted it. We keep going. It's kind of crazy, the weather where we're at. So last week I was talking about how nice it was, and it was in the 60s and just gave us a nice tease of the springtime. But just today, we woke up this morning to a winter wonderland. It was so crazy how the weather just changes so much in the Midwest. It's insane. It's like one moment you're happy as all get out with the springtime weather, and then the next you have snow on the ground and it's 20 degrees. So it's supposed to be in the 20s to 40s this week, and yeah, it's gonna be cold, but we'll survive. 2, 1. Oh yeah, we got it last second, guys. That's what I'm talking about. We got 7,400. Not sure. We obviously can't afford that, but we might as well get a jetpack. That way we can start going upwards and doing our zigzag. It might be worth it to do the one-click chest looting as well, but we might be able to save up for the next staff I'm pretty confident we can get the 13K or the 12,900K that we need. So let's just go for it. So I'm going to do it right above this, do the angle, and then start going. So let's go upwards and onwards. And then we're going to start reaching the gray blocks here. So it's going to be worth it in the end to do this. I just need to get the emerald so I can get the vacuum from Tabitha. Because that's going to make this so much easier. I don't have to go up and down constantly. So as soon as I find the emeralds, I'm going to just go for them. There's some emeralds there. Just keep going upwards and shoot everything. That's the nice thing about the wand is you shoot everything around it too that you're aiming at. So it's not like if I were to not get these, it would be for naught, because look at all that's behind it. So just get these, and then I will just shoot upwards as I go down. Just cause a lot of damage there. And then get the emeralds there. So I need to get 21. We're at 12. This might, yeah, we got it for sure. So I need to make it worth my while to go up and down. Getting close to that coal quota, and it's all not even halfway through the day, so we are gonna have a pretty good day, I think. I think that 12,000 is in our sights. It's in our crosshairs. But so is the vacuum. Too bad we can't get it this round. It would be nice if they were to add that if you get it, all the requirements this round, that you get it when you pay for it, essentially. But I guess it adds some flair if you don't, adding it to the next round. Alright. I guess I shouldn't shoot straight up if I'm still collecting things. And if I'm still trying to go up there. So I'm going to aim for the most valuable stuff. But it doesn't mean I'm going to get it. I'm going to try, guys. But yeah, game development's going well. I'm still very motivated. It's been a ton of fun and I'm learning so much and I've been having so much fun. It's really weird creating a game and seeing it all just come to life, and you know, you look at it and you see it and you're like, man, I'm responsible for this, and then you're so proud of what you work on. And then as soon as like I bring my wife down to look at what I'm working on and kind of see the progress I've made, and I'm looking at her and she's proud of me no matter what, and that's why I love her. She's so encouraging. But it's so funny because I look at it as she's playing it and I'm like, man, this is dog water. This is so trash. And then I have to go back to the drawing board of like, okay, I need to make this better. I need to make this function better. And that's just the world of programming in general. Is usually you think whatever you made is just so amazing, and then you have to go back into your code like 2 months later and you're like, what idiot made this code? And it is just the story of all our lives of programmers. It's so funny. But wouldn't change it for the world. Do want to get this chest though. Hopefully, yeah. I was going to say, hopefully I don't do missile damage. Hopefully I don't shoot through it and have to go get up there again. See if I can get in here. Okay, that is so nice. We'll do the magic regen so we can get up and down. So let's see if I can just get this down here, and then maybe get a few of these collected for 3, 2, and it falls right in. Okay. Did we get the 12,000 that we needed though? Ooh, just barely off, guys. Although, so this is 1966, and so we would need, ooh, guys, we got it. Did I get you guys there for a second? I can do math fast in my head. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So we can mine through the gray blocks a lot faster now. So if we make our zigzags good enough, we should be fine. So we have the vacuum as well. So we're going to try and get it a little bit more steep. And if only I made it to where I did the start of it right above the collector. But you know, I'm barely working here. So I have all the excuses. So amethyst, huh? Tabitha wants 40 amethysts. Well, I want a brand new car and a brand new house. But, you know, I ain't getting that. So if I just keep mining up like this, I should be fine. A lot of it should just fall straight down. I know I did this last time and you guys might have been just screaming at me, but this is just a lot more satisfying in my opinion. You know, the way it's just falling down, falling. So good. So I'm just going to keep doing this. Although I might want that gray chest there before I go too far into it. So I'm going to do that. Oh, and that other one too. So let's do this. And magic regen. Oh yeah, I was shooting way fast. Let's go straight up so it just mines the stuff above it too. It's a big group of amethysts there. So maybe I could actually get the amethyst that Tabitha wants. And we're going to go for, I guess, the minor damage. That was something that was surprising to me, was how bad the miners were when they have to float like that. It doesn't surprise me too much that the AI wasn't the best for that, because it's quite complicated, because I'm not sure he programmed it first with a sky map. So I can understand why it would be a little bit confusing for that. But the miners in the sky are just pretty trash compared to them just mining straight down. Oh, the materials have just been falling straight into the vacuum. That's been really nice. That plan worked even better than I expected. So I'm just going to keep going up and down and going. Actually, I'm going to see, okay, one of the amethysts. So these amethysts don't really drop much at all. What is that, 2, 4? Yeah, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either, so I can't complain too much. I am going to just mine this stuff out, kind of make the ramp continue to be a little bit steeper, just so that it falls more and falls right into the vacuum there. I am going to get this chest. The attack speed is helping a lot more. I can already feel it. Okay. That's pretty nice. Maybe could have used that on, I guess, the blue layer, but that's alright. Now the materials that I dropped down, I don't know how I'm going to get it to the vacuum. I guess just by going down like this, or just shooting straight down so it drops all the way down. That might be the play, actually. Alright, Tabitha, hold on to my mats. Now let's not do too much damage. So far, so good, in my opinion. Doing about 7,000 worth of ore and stuff. Not too shabby. Pretty pleased with that, all things considered. About 8,000, 9,000. Just keep shooting. Keep collecting. Maybe I can get that. Maybe I can get that chest. And we'll get the magic regen. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Feel really good about that day. 22,500. Now that's a solid day, guys. Can't get the next highest staff, but we could get a few of these upgrades, but I'm not sure it's worth it just yet again. And out of all of these guys, I'm thinking the best bet might be another collector, because we can get just about everything we need at the current moment, and we would just barely not be able to afford. We need 11.5. Maybe we could get a barbarian, but a collector whistle, and if only I could get bombs in this one. Feel really confident about my bombs. I guess we can save up and wait until next time, or I can get a few of these. Yeah, let's do it. Just so that they have stuff to do, and we have one of those guys. Oh well. So let's be a little bit better aiming our stuff so that it just goes straight down, even though we had our vacuum just like that, and that was collecting all of the stuff. But we should be able to get it now. There are a bunch of chests over to the left that might be good for us. We can get this one, and then we'll check out those chests over on the left-hand side. I think we're going to have no problem getting the quota on this day. Feeling pretty confident. I don't know why I have the confidence I do, but I'm feeling pretty good. We'll get the jump velocity so we can jump higher with our jetpack. I feel like that's going to help us out a lot. Just like these collectors will. Who needs a vacuum when you have so many collectors? Okay. We'll get the... I guess we'll do minor damage. Although, does the minor speed affect how fast they are when they're flying? Because if that's the case, then I'm going to need to upgrade their speed significantly, because their speed was trash with me. So I'm going to get this chest as well. Hopefully it just melts these fudge blocks. And of course we have one of these, but we'll try and break into the blue layer a bit more this time. Just try and take advantage of this. Okay, that was really good. Really got a lot of those sapphire blocks and amethyst, actually. I might end up picking up some of those amethysts so I can bring it back to Tabitha. Make her happy. As long as I can get it before these guys do. So if I go in here and I drop just about everything I got, and then I go and jump. Okay, I got some. And I think I got more. 19. Okay. So it should be sitting kind of pretty with the amethyst, actually. How many do I got? I got 32. I'm going to drop more coal. And pick up the amethyst, maybe. Okay, I got more amethyst, so I'm going to shoot these and then bring him down to Tabitha, my girl. So let's get this going. So yeah, I got invited to a little bit of a dinner with another couple, my wife and I, and it's kind of crazy what planning goes into just going to dinner even now. Of course he's mining that stuff. Oh, idiot. When you have a child, although it's not as much of a chore as it would be for, like, if I had a dog, it would be way worse because, you know, I love dogs and everything, but it's nothing compared to a child. You know, I don't mind doing anything for my kid. Whereas like a dog, you know, at the end of the day, a dog would eat you if it was hungry enough. Whereas I don't think my kid would. Although I have seen him just absolutely annihilate Meatloaf before. And I probably have the same consistency, so that is questionable statement. But I can imagine he would not eat me, and I could just say he probably wouldn't, because I've taught him that's bad. Not that he can understand, because he's only 1.5 years. But, you know, I've taught him. Let's get the miner speed. And let's just jump right on top of these. And I want those amethysts right here. We're still going pretty well with this. We're now reaching the hour. Let's get more jump velocity, and then I'm just gonna go straight down here. I want to get these materials down here. Oh yeah. But it's not in the right spot that I'd want to be at. So let's just grab what we can, knock down what we can. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Not the worst. I didn't get my collectors to dump all their stuff, but we had 39,000, almost 40k. And then this is worth 98. So we could not theoretically buy this amethyst staff, which is a bit of a bummer. I don't want to fall into the same trap I had last time, which was not collecting enough stuff. I was not damaging enough stuff for our collectors. So I'm going to get as many of these as I can. I have no problem thinking that we'll get this 60k this time around, because if our collectors are going non-stop, we should be fine. Let's go for it. So we are going to just go straight up and never look back. Although we have these chests right here. The chests are just so... oh man, it's addicting, dude. This is why I don't gamble. Well, it's not actually the reason why I don't gamble. It's because I never win anything ever, and never will. But I guess that's what 99% of, what is it? 99% of gamblers quit before they win big. So, you know, that's actually false. Gambling is bad for you. Don't do it. It's not worth it. But anyways, I don't even know where I was going after that. I just got so distracted. But the chests, they are so fun, and they actually give you something. So it's like a gambling aspect. They are just, you waste, I wouldn't say you waste, you use up some of your time for this day to see what you can get. And it could be really good, and it could not be. Oh man, look at all the chests over here. I'm all for it. And I can collect stuff on the way, so it's not like I'm doing anything bad. So let's just get these guys. Hopefully you get more regen too. 1 ruby in that. That's not bad. I wonder if... Let's do the... Well, we can do missile damage. We'll do missile damage. That'll help us out a bit. 10% damage on top of this. That's not too bad. So we'll get this, and then we need to start actually just mining everything. We've had our fun. Of course we fall through. Do missile damage. Good thing we got that jump velocity, boys. So let's go up, and we'll just keep shooting to the right so that we can have that stuff just fall. And then let's get some stuff for our collectors to collect. They're just sitting around doing nothing. Or at least that's what I think they're doing. Because I don't see them up here collecting this stuff. Halfway through the day, we have 7,000. So we could probably get 14,000 coal. And I would think that would just mean that we get probably double, triple that. So we'd be looking at our 59,000, which would be really nice to have. But if we break this and our collectors can get it rather than dinking around as slow as possible, like they are doing, we should be able to get our quota and get that 59K. But yeah, we had to postpone the dinner on... We were going to have it tomorrow, actually. Well, tomorrow for me. Don't know what tomorrow's going to be for you guys, but tomorrow would have been Monday. So I had to postpone that because of our sicknesses, and just don't want to spread it to other people. And dude's wife is pregnant, so you don't want to get him sick and get her sick and chance anything. It's just not worth it. So we postponed that, and so we're gonna have dinner the following Monday, and it's gonna be a really good time. I'm really looking forward to it. But it just seems, I don't know about you guys, but it just seems like when you get invited to like a dinner, like I can go months without getting invited to dinner or having people say that you need to have dinner with them. Go months with that. But then once one person says it, then all of them start saying it. It's like, you know, I can only handle so much social time in my life. You know, I would consider myself like fairly non-sociable. And, you know, I try to be social, but it just doesn't really work out most of the time because I like my alone time. And, you know, get those guys down there. I forgot to do that. Oh man. Probably isn't going to be that good. We're probably not going to get that. Not going to get that 59,000. We're at 48 and this is 98. So we're not going to get the 59K on that, which is a bit of a bummer, but that's all right. Our collectors were not doing the best, but if I can sell 2 of these, and do I sell 1 of these? Our collectors weren't able to keep up really at the end there. But if I sell 1 of these and then sell my staff, we should be able to get it. So I think I'm going to do that. Get the silver staff. So that's double the damage plus an extra 2 missiles. And then we could get the 1-click looting, but I feel like we're still at the point where we are, and my jump velocity isn't even up all the way. I feel like we're not at the point where we can be flimsy with our money just yet, and our collectors were just not doing much at all. So just gonna keep doing this because they are doing something, but I just can't see it just yet. So we go straight up, just like before. Just keep going. Just keep grinding. And then get these. We'll do the regen so we shoot faster. Can always take the shooting faster. And try and jump up high. As high as we possibly can. And get into this as much as possible. And yeah, it was okay. Not terrible. But we should be able to get our collectors busy and keep them busy. I do want to make it so all of these materials fall straight down rather than stay up here, because I don't want to keep going up and down. I don't want my collectors to have to keep going up and down because they are so slow. Dog slow. I'm not even going to try to open these chests because they are way too fortified. I can't damage that. I only do twice as much damage as the time before, so I can't do that. So let's see if I can just go straight down here. Just send it all down. Send it back. And get this coal cut up too. Then maybe we'll be able to get more of this valuable stuff. We're almost halfway and we already have 78-ish hundred of the coal. So we're starting to see gold blocks, which is nice. Those are really valuable. I have some valuable stuff, but just not a ton. Got some gold there. One got launched down there. Heads up. 10,000, almost halfway through. So we are doing really well right now. And you can just get all this down here. Keep moving it down. Halfway through. Not too shabby. I surprised myself with the demolitionist profession. I thought I was going to absolutely bomb that take. It was my first take with that, and I had no practice whatsoever with it. And so I was just like, what the heck, why not? Because the first couple episodes, I was trying to figure out the game. And so I would play like a little test run of like maybe 3 or 4 days. But I was feeling confident with the demolitionist and just went for it. Because yeah, the wizard class kind of took it out of me. I was feeling kind of not down about it, but just questioning my abilities at that point. And so I thought maybe it would be a good idea for me to test out the barbarian class that I did after that. But after the barbarian class, I was like, yeah, I can just keep going and doing it without testing. I should be fine. So there we were, and we did it. I was actually super happy with that. Look at some of these chests so I can keep upgrading my stuff. I want at some point we are going to have the elementalist dudes. So might as well get the upgrades for them. And if we are going, we have a ton of materials here. The collectors are not keeping up whatsoever. So let's do some collector speed upgrades. And let's just do a corner of these. And of course we have an upgrade like this. And we'll shoot straight up. Collect as much as we can right there. And then shoot straight down. Because maybe we'll be able to bring this down with us. Guys, I always underestimate how far over we are. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I don't know, I blew the whistle at the last second there, thinking that they could get there in time. We got 75k on that one. That was pretty good. So we might actually be able to afford, not that, although this is 900 damage, so that's going to be 3 times better than the previous one we just have. So we need a new collector. We need the fast collector there. And then we probably just need We'll do the one click looting because that helps us. And then we're just going to keep going for the senior collectors because the more senior collectors we have versus the regular collectors, the more likely we are going to get more during our day. So let's go for that. And then let's just get going on our day because we have no time to spare. We just go straight up and that's it. But not until we get this chest first. And of course it's one of these. Not complaining, not complaining, not complaining. That helps when we get the coal blocks. That's not a problem at all. I'm just trying to get all the valuables that I can. We're already at almost 1,000. Yeah, we got 1,400 of our coal. So if I sit here in the blue layer and just keep mining away at it, blasting them, then we should be at our coal quota here within the first quarter of the day. As long as I keep focusing the coal. But that silver was just so tasty looking. I couldn't not. How could I not? You guys were thinking it too. Come on. So there's also a nice silver deposit right here. Can't help but get that. Not even going to bother with the chests here again. It's still nothing has changed. Still absolutely just not strong enough. But we'll just keep shooting at the coal. Almost a quarter of the way. Oh, we're at a quarter of the way of the day. Almost to our coal quotas, I was going to say. We'll see what happens when they deposit this. 10,000. Not too shabby. We need like 40k this time. I want about 40k coal so that when we get to the rest of the materials, we have way more, and then way more money, and then way more damage with our staffs, because I need that extra staff because it's like shooting this 3 times, and that is just going to save us so much more time. And then maybe I'll be able to go for these chests here. But this has been not as much of a challenge yet. I'm not going to say it won't be later on, because I made that same mistake last time. And you know what? I'm not going to be cocky again. We're at 18k, 20k. I'm hoping we're going to make it in this quota for this day. So just keeping my expectations low this time around. So that way I don't dig myself into a hole, literally. Just digging, digging, digging. This has just been so satisfying. That's just the one thing about last time I did the wizard with the sky blocks. I think I got so sucked into how satisfying it was shooting upwards and having them fall that I lost. You know, I got just so distracted from it, and it was so satisfying I couldn't help it. But that was my downfall. It was my own satisfaction. Isn't it all of ours though? It looks like the collectors are keeping up though. I'm really happy about how they're doing. I think that was a better investment than anything else, like any miners or anything. Because the biggest part is getting all of our materials down there and in time. I think I'm just going to drop all of the stuff I have. Oh. Hopefully they don't pick up the miner whistle. I want that back. That was stupid. Whatever. We make mistakes, and we overcame in the end there. So there's nothing to worry about. Getting the rubies though, those are worth 500 each. Not too bad. I'm probably gonna go back down, shoot straight down, I guess, because this just isn't doing it for us. We need to make it easier for our collectors to get stuff, and I could have grabbed the vacuum to help, but I just decided not to, because why would I do that? And we are done with the day. 16,000 of that, 36, 20, 20, 10. Yeah, I was going to be surprised if we didn't get to 100,000 in that one. So if I sold that, it would bring us to 29, which would bring us to, golly, not quite it. Not quite to the 173. Can we make it another round? Of course we can make it another round, but what do we do with it? We do the lightning collector, we open chests and hope for golden guns. And I think that's our best bet. We could get one of the barbarians here, but they're not that good. I think we'll get a lightning collector, save the 28k, and then hope for another 120 plus k day. And then we will, I'm going to get another one of those. So 18k, and then 140k plus day, and then we'll sell the pickaxe, or the wand, and then get our new wand. So I'm going to mine to the blue layer first before I start opening chests. That way, when I do open something and it's a gold gun, if it's a gold gun, I can just mine straight up and then not have to worry about it. Rubies are good too. Not preferable, but we'll take it. And we'll get the minor damage. And just keep going. Rubies there. Sure, why not? Why not, guys? Why not? Just keep doing damage to everything. We'll do the magic regen. And keep going. And we'll do magic regen. Easy decision. Gotta mine it at an angle so we don't lose ourselves. And if we get a gun here, I'm gonna be just the ecstatic, but we're not going to. We're gonna get capacity instead. Just keep mining up. We are mining a lot of stuff here. I just don't know if it's shotgun. That's no good. I can complain though. I can complain. At least we got something out of it, you know? I'm not too displeased with that. And at least our collector is absolutely booking it. We have our quota. That's not too surprising, I guess. But we're not expecting much. We're not doing the same thing we did last time. So we're getting plenty of rubies and stuff from the chests. I'm not sure that's something that we want. Poison? We'll take poison. Hopefully we get the blue blocks. Okay, that wasn't... I mean... that wasn't as good as I was hoping it was going to be. But, I mean, at least we're getting something out of it, and we have the better collector. And we're getting a lot of the collector upgrades. So, we're doing pretty decent thus far. And we're halfway through the day. We have 13,000 of our coal quota. I'm just going to open up that like that. And get up this chest here. I ended up going way far to the right after going to the left. Let's just keep going. Keep on mining, guys. That's just what we do. We're miners. And I'll just shoot everything down to the right of me. Might as well. Might as well keep that guy busy. He's keeping up pretty easily, actually. I gotta do more work for him. those amethysts, get those sapphire, get these. Feeling pretty good about this day. Actually get up there. Let me zoom in a little bit more. And then I want to see if I can get some of this stuff, because these are bigger chunks, and I think it's gonna take them a little bit longer to get these, but I mean, we do have one of the top tier collectors, so I think he'll be able to handle it just fine. Hopefully the materials over to the right that I just shot weren't too spread out for them. I'm just gonna tell them to go back, deposit 40,000. Not too bad. Would be nice to have the extra long vacuum. But I'm gonna have the collector go back, so that way when I don't have to worry about it too much. See, 46,000, that's really nice to have. Just gonna shoot straight down. Let's see, we're way far to the right. Maybe we'll be able to deposit. Yeah, pretty nicely. And just shoot straight up because it'll just fall straight in. 48K, 27, 25. We probably got it. 154. I'm thinking, oh, we had way more before too. And what are the odds of just being off by about 150? That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what it's all about. Grab that gold staff, 3 times more powerful, 1 more missile. We are feeling powerful. We have pretty good amount of attack speed. I think we can get another one of the senior collectors, because why not? And then I think we'll increase our inventory slots just so we can cope. And then we'll go for day 13. We'll grab this and then just shoot straight up. And that's a waste of our time. And I will get this and get the minor damage. I don't know if the minor speed is good for this. Get the collector capacity. And then leave our vacuum right there so that we can mine at this angle, and then that will just collect everything down there. See, that's big brain right there. Now, can we mine these blocks easily? Doesn't look like easily. Actually, this isn't bad. See, we got diamonds out of that. That's worth it. So we have our one super fast collector there, and then the rest are just jumps. Really like the wizard. You know, I don't like getting the wizard wand when I'm playing any other class, because it doesn't seem like it shoots fast at all. And it's not very powerful. But when I'm shooting it like this, it feels really good, and it's really satisfying how it shoots through many and then destroys all the blocks behind what you're actually shooting at. So let's get the regen there. I want to shoot even faster. I think the damage is great and all, and I will get to the point where I do want the damage more so, but now is not one of those times. So let's get the, yep. We got minor damage on the last one. Let's just keep focusing on this. Focus on the chest. We're breaking a lot of blocks even behind these. So as long as I keep changing my direction in which I'm shooting these, should be pretty fine. And then get collector speed. So yeah, just keep shooting up like this. And then we get the magic regen even faster. Super nice. get the coal over there. I think today's going to be one of those days where you get like 300 plus K, maybe. Just depends on how good we are at managing our projectiles here. Let's see the collector speed. And we're not very good at managing our jump velocity, that's for sure. But let's just keep on going. We don't need to worry. We'll do magic regen again. Now we're cooking, guys. It's like we have a pan and we're cooking bacon grease and the grease is just flying all over the place. This is how fast the bacon grease flies off the pan whenever I'm cooking. It's just flying out on me. It's like the one bad thing about cooking bacon. Otherwise, it's fantastic. I don't know if you guys like to keep the bacon grease after you cook a good healthy chunk of bacon, but I enjoy keeping it. And then I used to cook with it. I used to use it instead of oil for eggs and stuff. Oh man, it was fantastic adding that. And then my wife recently added it to bacon whenever we bake add bacon grease to the bacon. No. Whenever she bakes broccoli, she mixes bacon grease in it, and it is fantastic. The best baked broccoli I've ever had in my entire life. So good. It's unmatched, and it's so crispy and so yummy and just so flavorful. It's so good. So we have 57 coal. I'm going to try to get these rubies, actually. Hopefully I can get these, and then oh yeah, we cook this level now. This layer is toast. Couldn't quite remember which layer we were struggling on last time. Was it the blue layer we were struggling on? I'm going to try and get this chest. And then send the guys back. Whoops. Maybe that guy is going to show up, the Supreme Collector. And then get those guys back. And then we'll just shoot straight down because we're going to cope. But 69k for coal. This isn't a 300k day. I'm shocked. Yeah, 360. Easy. So how much for our next one? 520. So this one sells for 86. That brings us to about 450. It's not quite enough. So we need another 60k for the next level staff. We didn't get enough. We saw stuff on the ground. So we could actually get another lightning collector and then probably one more and then save up for the next ruby staff, which is going to be only about less than 3 times better, which is kind of disappointing, but that's all right. We will be fine, as we always are, except for last time we played this. So straight up again. Keep going. Keep getting the chests whenever we can. And yeah, we don't really want that. We melt the blue layer anyways right now. So we don't really want the gun upgrades from the gray layer. It's just kind of a waste of our time. So we'll keep going for the chests here. Keep mining at an angle so that it gets the materials behind it. We'll go for the poison damage, and then we'll go for this chest over here. Shoot the minerals and stuff behind it. Maybe go for that ruby right there. And yeah, melt everything else. Go for the red layer perhaps. Shoot some of this, get some of that. And our guys should be busy now. And that's exactly what we want. If it's even more of a bonus when we get the gold weapons from these. It's just so nice. So we'll go with the missile damage. It only will help us way more. And it looks like we do a decent amount of damage to this layer. But I'm not sure it's worth it just yet. The blue layer is kind of the layer in which it's a sweet spot where we damage it enough to where we can keep these guys going back and forth enough. So I think we're just going to keep doing that and going for the chests as well. Because the more we can enhance ourselves and our miners and collectors, the better it's going to be for us. 39,000 missile damage. Can already feel that missile damage upgrade. It's fantastic. I might be insane, but it's fantastic. Can already tell. You guys ever go to like Costco and go to their jewelry department and you look at all their diamond rings and stuff, and then you see some that are insane? I remember when I was back out west really young, and I saw one that was in the display area, and it was like a 250K diamond ring. And I just remember thinking like, man, who in their right mind would pay 250K for a diamond ring? It's like, in the olden days, diamond rings were like, you know, they say it's supposed to be 3 months salary. 3 months of the man's salary, right? And the only reason for that was because, you know, the life expectancy for men back in the day was a lot shorter than it is today. And that was because, you know, the jobs back then were way more dangerous, and now we have jobs where, you know, I sit in a chair all day and my back hurts at the end of the day, you know? That's no fun and all, but at least I'm alive at the end of the day. And so when your husband died, if your husband died, you still had something that you could sell or pawn off to where you can survive for a couple months while you kind of get your bearings under your feet as a woman. You know, because most of the time back in the day, if you were a woman, you didn't work, or, you know, you were a stay-at-home mom, or you had a profession at home. So you were able to just figure it out. You had that little bit of safety net of the quote-unquote 3 month salary to kind of just figure out what you're doing next. Whether it's going to be to find another husband or go back and live with your parents. That's just the way it was back in the day. Let's get the missile damage. Getting lots of missile damage upgrades. We're not getting the regen as much. But we'll just keep going for these different upgrades. Hopefully we get that. I think it was 560K. So we'll just keep going for these and hope that we can get more. Okay. Okay. We'll go with this. And we'll go with the poison damage. And we'll go with the regen there. Yup. Get those guys back. Yeah, it was probably too late, but I'd be shocked if we didn't get the 550. Yeah, 672. We can afford it right straight out. So Ruby, which is almost 3 times more. It's not that great, but still, it's something, and we can be happy about that. So our collectors were doing decent. They weren't doing that great, though. So we can afford 2 more. And then we're looking for 350 here. We can probably get into the red layer pretty nicely, but I'm not sure if we need to get the miners just yet. So let's just go for day 15. Let's get this little short win in, and then keep going, because let's just see if we can get past day 16. Because last time we struggled, apparently. 5 amethyst for that? Yeah. It's no good. We need actual upgrades. That would be a lot nicer. Okay, flamethrower, flamethrower, flamethrower. I love the flamethrower. Except I couldn't utilize it. So we'll just shoot straight up. Go for the coal in this layer. It's gonna... We already got 37,000, 44,000. So we're hitting our quota even before a quarter of the day. I'm glad I got most of those collectors because this is gonna be a hefty one. This is the one where it changes everything. There's no way we don't make our quota on the next round. Or even the one after that. The silver would be nice. Along with the rubies. Oh yeah. Kind of cooking this layer now. We were not shooting this fast last time. I can tell you that. And so if I shoot straight up, am I breaking this block easily? Barely. So I'm going to go for this one, and then I don't know if I'll go for any more of the chests in the red layer. They're just taking way too long. And I'll just go for everything else. So we will get... Is the magic region? Yeah, it's worth it at this point. Just because we're the main source of damage and mining for our collectors. And it still seems like we are collecting more than they can collect, which is good for us for now, but I'm not sure if that's going to last us too long. I want to see if I can get these diamonds. Actually get closer so I can focus them a bit more. Looks like we're going to be able to mine them pretty nicely here. 144k of the coal. So that's pretty much well set in stone there. I think we struggled at 80k, which is, yeah, like I said, day 16. So we're halfway through the day and we're about to get maybe 300k coal this day. And so that's a pretty good feat in my opinion. I think getting the chests is what helped us out a lot, I think. Because last time we hardly had anything at this point. Our attack speed was nowhere near this. And our damage, I think we hardly had any of our damage upgrades too, so just the attack speed helps out so much. And then getting collectors too. I think I got too many miners earlier on last time as well. And they did not pay themselves off because they just kept sitting there mining just nothing. So focusing on myself this time around really paid off. Maybe get these diamonds too while I'm at it. Diamonds, emeralds, amethysts, more coal. I'm going to jump up here, get this going. Yup. It's just so satisfying when you can get a good tunnel going and you get tons of these drops and then your collectors can't keep up. It feels really good knowing that you can mine more than your collectors can collect, because you kind of get stressed when the collectors just like that are riding your butt and are like, hey, you have something for me to collect? Have something for me to collect? So hopefully I can get these rubies and then have them go back down, deposit, and then afterwards they can just do whatever. And of course I just have them go down. And then if they come back up, I'm going to just have them go straight back down. And straight back down. Just like that. Maybe they'll get there. 300k coal day. That's $1 million plus. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... Can I afford the next wand? Winner. That's a different site than the last time. Well, actually, it's the same. It's this next day that I lost. So we'll join the endless mode, and it's actually 3.5 mil. So it's not quite. So this is actually 5 times better. So I'm thinking, do I... Ooh, the hoverboard. I think I want the hoverboard. And I think that might be the only thing I get. I could get one of these guys and have them just kind of be in the area, but I don't know if they actually pay off. So I'm going to, I don't need these anymore. Let's sell all of them and then sell all of these. And then I'll move these over, and then, well, how much does my wand do? It does 24,000, 14 missiles. It's about 30k damage. And this does about 30k damage. So for 150k, I don't know if that's worth it. I could get more of them so that they do more damage in the area. But at the same time, they're not going to do as much damage as me. So I might as well just keep on. Golly, this is a tough one. Tough decision. I'm going to go for a couple of them. And by a couple, I mean I'm just going to go full blown on it. And then just get 2 of those so that I don't have more of these guys because they're trash. So now that I have the hoverboard as well, it makes it a lot easier to just go straight up. And it doesn't really matter about the angle. I can just go straight up. Stuff falls straight down. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Falls right into the stockpile. Absolutely. That's what I wanted. Okay, let's see how these guys do real quick. Okay, not bad. I don't know if that's any better than me, though. I could be wrong. But they are doing pretty decent. I think I want them to help me get these chests, though. And if I angle this correctly, we could get more than just the chests. Let's get the missile damage here. Yeah, I don't know if it's any better than me. They're definitely doing quite a bit. Yeah, it's nothing to complain about. So the more I get, the better it'll be. Obviously. But we'll do more regen. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And if I focus on the chests, I should be able to upgrade a ton more and then make myself even more powerful. Unless I get the collector upgrades. But yet, if I kind of just let them do their own thing, they are not as good as if I'm actually doing stuff with them. So let's go around and just mine around. Do some damage. It helps so much to have the hoverboard. Such a big difference. I have 147k of the coal, so we're definitely going to get 300 plus k again of the coal. But I'm going to be trying to go for the more valuable stuff. Trying. So that means the diamonds and the amethyst, silver, whatever I can find. So if we make it past this day, we've made it further than any other day as the wizard. And unless our game crashes, we're going to get that. So I'm going to actually mine for this chest. And hopefully it's quick. And we got this, and that's going to help us out a ton. Well, I guess not a ton. We already were mining through this pretty quickly, but it's going to help us out a bit. Because, yeah, they already collected all of it, so it helped us out, but just not as much as you could imagine it would. like the earlier layers. Let's just get this so that we can mine both the ruby and this. And we got this. Yep. Not gonna complain. But it's not that good. Alright, keep on mining. It does a really good job if you can hit a big old group. I think this does way more than our miners do. Just look at how the miners don't really move much. Are they... You guys tell me, are they less efficient in the sky mine than the regular mine? Because it seems that way. I really want these pink diamonds though. 340k. I think we're going to get 500k coal maybe. But I have been focusing more on the more valuable stuff, so not too sure about that. Let's get this silver so that it's on the ground, so that they pick it up. Get these pink diamonds, and then maybe I can get that chest. Maybe. 20 seconds. We can probably do this. Easily. Okay, so we will get 10 seconds here. Have the miners go back, or the collectors go back. Maybe I can get this chest. Oh, baby. We'll get the miner speed. Okay, so we were just fine with the miners that we had. 2.1 mil. Not quite the 3.5 we were thinking that we were going to get. But that's worth 260. 3.5. So we can definitely get more of the collectors. So that's 8 of those. Let's get 5 of these guys. And then we can get 1 of these so that we have some water and poison there. But the rest, I want to get these guys. Just because I don't want to be slacking with our collection speed. We can go all the way up to there, that's fine. So we are sitting pretty now. Want to get the filter just in case. But it's not like I'm collecting anything. So just straight up again. And then maybe we'll get the 3.5k or 3.5 mil. Maybe we won't. We're going to try. We need 120k of the coal. It just seems like a lot. It seems like it exponentially went up. I know it doesn't. So just diamonds. Okay, let's get the miners out. They're going to do a lot more damage than me. Okay. Now I need that staff. What is that all about? Pink diamond staff? I'm only getting the diamond staff next time, right? So that's nowhere even close. We want minor damage. I feel like we're at the point though where we're just gonna keep getting miners. It'd be only worth it to spend the 3.5 mil on the miners versus my staff. So we're probably not gonna get another staff unless I get the spinal one, in which that one's pretty worth it. Pink diamonds, yeah, get the pink diamonds. Just get whatever I can. And we're already at 275k, 300k. Another pink diamond minigun, absolutely. Get the rubies there. And just keep on mining everything. My goodness, what is this luck with this gold weapons? Why couldn't I get this earlier so I can afford the oh my goodness. Afford everything earlier. Hey, not complaining though. We're gonna have a really good run this time around, that's for sure. And we can mine through the pink diamonds super fast with these guys. These are still not the best miners out of all the options we have, but we're gonna go for the collector speed. But we are still happy with any miner that we can have. We'll go with the collector capacity. We're at that point now where our workers are gonna do more than we are. We're at 500k. Go for the poison damage since we have the elementalist miner. We're feeling pretty good. We get this silver here. Silver's gonna just absolutely explode the cash flow for us. Wonder how we do on the next layer. Probably not that great. Probably need like at least double or triple the amount of miners we have now. I would be curious to test it out, but I really want to maximize this day so that we can just destroy tomorrow. Get these diamonds, easily mine through. Pink diamonds, yeah, easy. And our collectors are keeping up. Pretty much everything is working out for us. 720, let's make it 1,000,000. Get those diamonds there. Get through these fudge blocks. And we have this. Maybe we'll make it to... No, we're not going to make it to the next layer, but get these diamonds maybe? Let's get the collectors out. Or the miners, I mean. And we'll go for the collector speed. I mean, yeah, once we get the spinal staff, it would be worth it, but at this point in time, it's not worth it to get those upgrades. And we can just go back and forth with this. So that was pretty good, if I do say so myself. I'd be absolutely shocked if they got all that stuff. Collector speed, perfect time to do that. Because they are going to be busy the next 20 seconds of their life. Be shocked if they caught up. But I mean, it is straight down, so... Have them go back, 2 seconds, 1 second. We got our 1,000,000 coal that we were hoping to get. That's not too bad. 4 mil day? 6.5 mil day, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we could afford this, but we're not going to. The pink diamond staff was really... It was something we got out of a red chest, and that was killing it. So I think, although 3 million for the spinal staff and 900 million for the cost. So we are going to double our miners here. And that's going to do hardly anything. But that's alright. We are going to just keep on doing that. And we're probably going to double again. And then get 2 more of these guys. Because I think the more you get, the more they're going to splash around. And then let's try and get as many of those as we can. Get 1 more of these. Okay. 32 of those, 3 of these, and 29 of those. Let's do day 18 straight up. There goes the vacuum. Okay, into the red layer we go. And with our miners. Pink diamond minigun. Doesn't do half bad damage, but it's still probably not anywhere near our miners, just being honest like this. Yeah, it's just not even close. Need more upgrades though. More upgrades on these guys would be really nice. And get some miner speed. Not sure it does anything, but we'll go for it. And then we will get diamonds. Collector speed. Collector speed is really nice. It's really nice when you know, you have the last 2 seconds of the day and you see them blip past you. And then, oh yeah, here's that. This is a dream right now. Man, how deep is this layer? What is up with that? I want to get to the next layer. We'll go for collector speed. Goodness gracious, how long did that take? That was a long time. No, I'm not sure we can get through this easily. We are breaking through it actually. And it's fast enough to where I think it would be worth it. I'm just not sure about our collectors and if they're willing to keep up or not. I do like the way the ores look in the gray layer like this. It looks like they're way more valuable because they're way more sparkly. Yeah, they're keeping up, aren't they? The collectors. Would be nice if we had like a 15+ mil day. I mean, we're almost halfway and we have 1.1 mil coal, so I mean, it is possible. But I'm not sure I'm liking the speed in which they're doing this, so would it be worth it to shoot at these while they're working on this layer? It's possible. Just so that the collectors have something to do. Or is it worth it for me to shoot this layer? But it doesn't look like I'm doing much to this layer. And it's just turning into a disorganized mess. So let's just go into the red layer. I'm not sure I'm ready for the gray layer just yet. I'm just cooking this layer too much to just waste my time doing the gray layer, because I'm hoping that it'll get more. But I guess being close enough to it will pop some of them because the poison. It looks like it is popping the red layer a bit. We'll do the... all these aren't that great. So we'll just stick near the gray layer just in case. But it looks like we're doing just fine like this. Maybe get some chests while we're at it. Some poison damage. Get that poison damage so that we can break all the layers possible. Collector speed, because these guys need to hurry up. I don't want to even see them. If I even see them, they're fired. So we're going back and forth. And flamethrower. Let's try and see if we can do anything to the gray layer here. It's a shot in the dark there, but we're going for it. And even them getting all this stuff is a shot in the dark. Just because we're so high up and we have so much stuff. I'm gonna see if they'll go back. Maybe. 2.7 mil for this day for that. 1.8. Is it 11 mil day? 13 mil day. That's pretty good. Not too bad. We could afford the pink diamond staff, which does approximately 15 times more than what we currently do. Or we can just double or nothing our miners, which is what we're going to do. Because it's just not even worth it's not even worth getting the staff until we actually have something worthwhile. So I'm just going to do 10 for the collectors because I don't know how much it's going to be. We could have probably done 20 right there, but you know, we don't calculate things very quickly. Okay, we couldn't have done 20. We only do 22. So we have 92, 52, 3, and day 19. Boys, we're going to make it to day 25, easy sauce. This is exciting. This is a moment I've been waiting for. This is a reckoning, guys. Redemption. Alright, now it's time to melt this layer. We'll do collector capacity. And just keep going up until we get the gray layer. And hit up some chests along the way. Might as well. Wet damage, since our elementalists are wetting all the blocks around us and poisoning them at the same time, which is a nice little combination. We'll do the collector speed, because they need to keep up. $167,000. Miner speed, climb speed, yeah, might as well be mine speed. Still not sure we're fast enough for this layer. Really? Wow. Not quite good enough for this layer. That's incredible. I'm shocked. Or we could be good enough. It's hard to say. No, they're chilling around us. We can't have that. That's pretty unacceptable. We'll go for the collector capacity because we're upgrading our collectors to high heaven. And collector capacity. Get everything. And we'll get the collector capacity. I keep seeing the wings around me and thinking that they're the collectors. But no, it's actually our miners. I don't know what I was thinking. So otherwise they wouldn't be able to come to us. Poison damage 20%. Regen, yeah, might as well. At some point we'll get another wand to help us out. And magic regen. Because eventually we will have a reckoning. Okay, feels good. 1.6 mil. Almost halfway through the day. Missile damage, yep. Get through this layer here. The only nice thing about getting... yeah, that's not good enough. About getting a mineral in the chest is that it doesn't make it so you have to press the collector button again. Because if you right click, you can make it so that you're constantly blowing the whistle, and if you open a chest like this, it takes away that effect. That's the only complaint I have. Which, I mean, that's nothing compared to what you could complain about in the game. In a game, not this game. This game's pretty perfect. Look at that damage. My damage is going to be so much more with the spinal wand. Missile damage, yep. Poison damage. Our collectors are doing pretty well. I don't know if we need to get any more upgrades for them. Need to get minor upgrades, perhaps. That's more than just the minor speed. Hopefully. I mean, I guess the collectors could be faster, because I'm still seeing them. Missile damage. I could have seen, should have got the capacity for them. Missile damage. And we'll get rid of that because that's trash. The flamethrower, on the other hand, is not as trash. Still not sure if it's better than us just going around with the miners, but I still love using the flamethrower. It's so satisfying. So we're at 3.4 mil for our coal. And so we're definitely going to get the capacity. We're definitely going to get the quota. We already have it, of course. But I'm just not sure if we're gonna have an easy time getting the 900 mil for the spinal wand before we're done with day 25. It's like I'm going to double the... Alright, these guys need to go back. I'm going to double the amount of miners I have again. But is that going to be enough? And I'm going to do it again, and again, and again. 29 mil. Because that costs 900 million, and we're not even a tenth the way there. I mean, I'm not discouraged by that at all. So if I just triple the amount that we had, well, that was poor judgment. Okay, so we could afford one more. No, we couldn't. But we're still sitting kind of pretty. Day 20, let's go for it. Let's just, I'm not even worried about the vacuum anymore. That's kind of a low day kind of a strategy at this point. We have enough collectors to help us out. I'm not interested in anything else other than the miners. Let's try and get up to the gray layer, because that's going to be where the money is, and hopefully we're able to mine through it a lot faster. I just was really disappointed in last round when I was not able to make even a dent in it. And not making a dent is mining through it slower than I would want to, but still not that slow. So just gotta keep getting these chest upgrades whenever I can. Getting the wet damage, perhaps. Just see if I can get through these in a timely manner. It's looking like it's going a lot faster than last time. Let's try and get this silver if we can. Maybe the diamond, perhaps? We got 2 million of coal already, which our quota was 1 million, so pretty decent. Maybe our collectors are gonna have a hard time collecting all this stuff. Nah, it looks like they'll be fine. As long as we keep going for the valuable stuff now, we should be able to have them keep up with us. They're doing a good enough job. I'm not even going to touch the chest yet. We're not anywhere near being able to do that. Let's get these rubies and rest of this coal and see if we can just keep going up from now. It would be nice to see over 100 million monies at the end of this day, but I would be kind of shocked if we got that, because we're halfway through. We got 6 million coal, sorry, 4 million coal. Not even close to that. So if I wanted to see over 100 million monies by the end of the day, we would have like 10 to 20 million maybe. Probably closer to 20 million. But if I get one of these blocks here, I'll definitely be able to have that there. Now, as long as they actually get that, then we should be fine. If I get this other one, maybe we'll be able to afford it. Not afford the 900 million wand, but maybe get to that 100 million, perhaps. But that's just a crapshoot. Because I don't even know if these guys are keeping up. Looks like they are, actually. Let's get some pink diamonds. I don't even know what I'm holding. Not even worth anything right now. Compared to everything else. Get the pink diamonds. That's the moulet right there. Just sit pretty on it. 7 million coal. So that's just offhand getting that. Not even focusing on it, so that's not too shabby. As long as maybe I can get that next group of new, I don't even know what those are, rubies, gems, something. If I can get that, maybe they will push us to that 100 mil, because I don't know how much these are worth, but they gotta be worth a substantial amount more than the rest of everything else. And hopefully the collectors will actually pick it up. Because I'm not quite convinced. 10 mil, 10 seconds. As soon as this drops, yeah, I'm going to send them down. So that they actually pick things up. Hopefully they made it. So those are worth 750k each, and each one that I did dropped one. That's not that great. So it was an 81 million day. I mean, that's nothing to complain about, but 81 million is not even 1/10 the way to the pickaxe or to the spinal wand. So I need to double my dudes again, and that's gonna dent us a bit, but we need to do that as well for our collectors because we don't want to ever fall behind with that. And then, so we doubled that, so we should be able to get like 160 from these guys. So if we get another 30, let's do 28 to make it even, because we like even numbers here. And then if I do probably 50, should be able to get there from here. And then maybe 10. I mean, that's pretty close. Probably get a couple more of these. Maybe one more. And another one. Okay, so I'm feeling good about this one. 500 and 300. Let's just go for it. And I don't see... Yeah, for some reason it takes forever for these guys to spawn in. So I just don't really like to go up with them. I could be getting these chests that are in the red layer, but I just don't want to waste my time here, especially since I doubled my miners this round so that I can do twice the amount of damage in this layer. So I know each one of these is worth, it drops one of them. So how long does it take to mine these? They're worth 750k each versus the amount of stuff I drop on the other stuff. Just takes forever to mine these, so I'm not sure if it's worth it. Compared to the other stuff, that is. Because I can mine through this so nicely, so easily. And not worry about having to keep these guys busy. Pink diamonds, on the other hand, are a little bit of a problem. But they are worth a ton, and they drop quite a bit on this layer. Especially compared to the new gem that's on this layer. Maybe if I stop pressing on it, it will mine faster and do a lot of the stuff around the area too. Mine some of them down here. $8 million coal. It's going to be good if we get 20 million plus. So that's going to make me feel better. Make me feel like we are on our way to the 100 million club. Oh, we didn't break this block. Okay, easy. Mine on this side of it so that we get these blocks here. So we've mined quite a few actually. Pretty nice. Getting to the point where it's pretty slow here, and the collectors are keeping up. Oh man, we just blasted right through that. Day 21, guys. Once we get done with this, we only have 3 more days afterwards. And then we made it. But I'm not going to speak too soon. Like I said, we've only made it when we've made it. Can't speak things into existence. We got to actually do. So that's what we're going to do. So just how are you guys looking forward to March? I know it's like the weird month where it's not quite springtime yet, but it's officially, I don't even know if it's officially springtime in March. But it's like starting to act like spring, where it's getting to be more of the 40s and 50s degree weather and be really nice. And it's actually the month where it's my wife's birthday in March, and same with pretty much the rest of her family. So we just spend a lot of the days busy celebrating birthdays and such, and it's a busy time, but wouldn't trade it for the world, because it's just super thankful to have family in the area at all, and cannot complain. Get these guys back. 4 mil. Go back. I don't know if they made it or not. The collectors aren't too fast, so I think we made it to the 300 mil club. Yeah, 364 million club. That's what I'm talking about. So by next round, we'll definitely be able to afford this staff, but I don't think it'll help much. You know, I'm getting enough of these collectors and miners, I mean, to do most of the damage for me. So it's not like we are going to be doing all the work ourselves. So I'm going to get another bunch of collectors, and then the rest be miners. And then do 250. Because I think that will even us out a little bit. 32. That was almost perfect. I'm just going to do all of them because I don't want any stragglers there. We'll just go into this guy. So we have 51k left, 1700, 1300, day 22, let's go. Shoot straight up, let's just run it. We're going too fast. Faster than our projectiles. I feel like that should not be a thing. So let's get our collectors, or our miners up here. Start mining, going straight up. 112 coal already. We're looking good. Looking strong. But yeah, my in-law's turning 50, so it's kind of a big deal for him, I suppose. I remember when my dad turned 50, actually, for the first time. He's turning 70 this year, my dad. But I remember my in-law, or don't remember my in-law. I remember my dad's birthday, and we didn't do the biggest thing in the world. My dad never really liked to celebrate birthdays at all. Didn't care for anything, didn't want anything ever, just wanted to have crab or burgers or pizza for dinner, and then yeah, just wanted to make it very simple for everybody, and just always so thankful for my dad. He taught me a lot as far as all that, being content for the most part. And oh, we opened that up. Man, that was kind of fast. We'll do collector speed. These guys can speed up. That's pretty huge. Missile damage, climb speed. We'll do missile damage. We'll do that. I think we'll get into the 100 mil plus coal club here. That's pretty huge. So yeah, I always appreciated that about my dad. Never understood it because I was always so selfish as a little kid with my own birthday, just wanting the world. Even though we were quite poor growing up, but I always wanted something. My parents always scraped by to ensure my sister, brother, and I were taken care of, and always very thankful for that. I can acknowledge it at this point. And so I just remember many dinners having, my mom would call it, so we would have hamburger helper. She'd mix in extra beef and stuff in with the hamburger helper, sometimes extra rice or extra noodles, and very cheap meal for our family, and she'd call it gunk. So it'd just be like, oh, Mom, what are we having for dinner? And she'd be like, oh, we're having gunk. And I'd be like, oh, yuck. It's just like, there's nothing wrong with the hamburger helper. It's actually really decent. But just her saying that it's gunk just made it like, ugh, gross. But that's just a funny experience. A little memory to have. But anyways, yeah, my in-laws turning 50 and just kind of figuring out like what kind of big thing that we can do for him. I mean, 50 is kind of a weird thing because it's, a lot of people think of it as like halfway through your life, but it's kind of strange to think or even say, but it's like, it's not really half your life. Because most people live until they're about 72 to 75-ish. And so that would mean that half your life is like 35 or 34, which is crazy to think about. Because, man, like that's only a couple of years away from me is halfway. And so maybe I should do something special for my half life, expected half life. But yeah, we never know when we're gonna die. So it's just out of our hands for the most part. Actually, for all the parts, not in our control. So you might as well just not even worry about it. There's no point. You live in fear and you don't do anything, then you never end up living. Look at that, 120 mil coal. This is a significant day. I'm really pleased with this day. Day 22. And go back Oh, it couldn't do it. It couldn't call him back. 215 mil on the silver there. Okay, yep, that's good. I was gonna say I'd be surprised if I didn't get the amount that I needed for the spinal staff. But that's 3 million damage plus 22 missiles, 1.8 seconds. So that's 3 mil, which is approximately 30 of these guys. No, that's 100 of these guys. I have 17 times with this. So it's not even worth getting the spinal staff. It's just worth it to keep upgrading these guys. So if I go for 1500, then we're just gonna keep going. That wasn't even close. I'm gonna get 5,000 collectors. And then hopefully get enough for this. Well, actually, I'm gonna sell, let's sell 1,000 of these guys. And then we could probably, only 43. So I guess I bought too many lightning collectors. But why does it say fire 1 50k, fire custom 250k? So if I do one of these, oh, it's only 50k. Okay. So I'm going to sell all of these. And then I'm going to buy 2, 2, 2. Not that this is going to make that big of a difference, but whatever. We can always just cope, man. 32, 34 coal. We're going to make the quota anyways. We had 130 mil last day. And we need 6 million today. And let's get our miners up here. And let's get the lag going, guys. We haven't seen lag in a long time. So let's get it today. Still not doing the most damage on this layer. It's kind of surprising. I was expecting a lot more for what we got, but I guess we didn't quite double our miners. We did a lot for our collectors, but we didn't do a ton for our miners. So if we get minor upgrades in this, then we should probably get those. We're still getting all this stuff, so might as well get collector speed. And if our collectors can't keep up, I'm gonna be shocked. We'll get collector speed. They should be zipping through the air now. 18 mil for coal thus far. Okay, there they are. There they zipping by. And we'll get the minor damage, 50%. We're sitting at 168%. That's nothing. We just can't get one of those upgrades. We have everything else but that. We keep getting collector speed. Which, you know, the game must have thought, hey, this guy's struggling quite a bit. Maybe he needs more collector speed. Poison damage. Go for that. Now, does the poison damage stack if you have multiple of the elementalists in here? I'm not quite sure they do. It would be nice to know. Let's do missile damage. And minor damage. Need to keep going with the minor damage. Now, can we touch this layer? Not sure it's worth it. Keep going with the gray layer. It's the same thing as the previous jumping into the gray layer. It's just not worth going into the next layer. Even if we mine one block per like 20 seconds, it's just not worth it. Just need to maximize the amount. So we're at 330 million halfway through the day. Maybe we can get to 1 million. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Collector capacity, easy sauce. Now we are doing a ton of damage. It's getting to the point where we are changing the game as a whole. but it's been changed since we got the miners to a certain level. And let's get the collector speed, because I can still see them. 586 million. Collector capacity. Keep them coming. Wet damage. And miner damage. So we've boosted our miners damage quite a bit since I even last looked at it. It's been, I mean, it's 368 and we looked at it as like what, 380 or 360? Significant upgrade. We keep going the poison damage route too, and water damage, and we're going to be doing a lot of damage to the blocks, minor damage, in many aspects. I mean, we're already doing so much, it's just falling from the sky. It's raining blocks. Poison damage, absolutely. Sprint speed, because I just love having a lack of control of myself. And play capacity. Wet damage. Poison damage, 125%. I feel like that's pretty significant. But I don't know if our elementalists do a set amount of poison damage and it's based off that base amount, or if it's just universal. We'll do the poison damage here. And we'll just keep going for chess. Minor speed. See if we can mine some of these green blocks. Get everyone back. So I had 1.2 billion coal. We're doing multi-billions now. We're in the tens, so feeling pretty good about this. We need 9e to the 12, whatever that means. So let's do 10,000. We'll be able to get into the green layers just so easily now. And let's get 10,000 of collectors, and then 10 more thousand of these guys. Upgraded our collectors significantly more than we have our miners. So I feel like having more miners is okay compared to collectors. Just because, you know, they're able to, I mean, we were, whatever. Okay, we're getting 5. They were still able to keep up with us a lot this last round. And I know I'm doing the long way around to do this, but still, that's okay. And I'll get another one of these elementalists. So 57,000, 26,000. So we have 50k more miners than we had last round. So we should be able to absolutely just melt the next layer. The green layer's toast. Okay, let's get the miners up here. Oh yeah. Yikes. Hopefully our computer survives so that we make it to day 25. And my graphics card is kicking in. 400 mil. And the collectors can't keep up. I think we're going to break one of these blocks, actually. Look at that. Collector capacity, 72%. We need more collector capacity so that they can keep up. Because we're melting this layer. Quarter through the day, we're already at 2 billion. And that's some lag, guys. Graphics card is chugging along, but we'll get it done. Day 25, here we come. We'll ease into it. We'll tease into it. We're in no rush. We're gonna enjoy this one. It's just calculating all the damage that it's doing to each one of these blocks. It's kind of crazy the amount of calculations that's going on per tick. Couldn't imagine the horror that is involved in that. I want to get one of these chests. We're at 8 billion. We can afford it. And we'll get the collector capacity. Just keep going around, having fun, enjoying this while we can. Savor the moment. Savor the moment before we become a winner. Is it too soon, guys? So much lag though. Holy smokes. Do you guys still celebrate your birthday? Like make it a big deal? Do you go out or do anything for it? The older I get, the more I just want to stay in and spend it with my wife and son. Don't really want anything either. With how the economy's been, just money's been tight, so it's just, you just want to save up for your family. Don't really want them to get you anything. It's like where I can say I just want handmade things or words on some paper or anything. I just want to take care of them any way that you can. And it just means sacrificing just gifts and stuff for your birthday. But I mean, there are things during the year that I treat myself with. So it's like, I don't necessarily wait for my birthday to get things for myself or so on and so forth. So it's not like I'm already sacrificing so much. It's just not getting things on that day, which isn't that even that big of a deal. Okay, let's send the collectors back, and then let's get going again. Maybe get that, and wet damage perhaps. That was a pretty good day. 2.3 to the 11. We're almost to the 12, so we can get the uranium one. Ooh, let's get 200,000. And we're going to get the miners first. And then we're going to get collectors. So we at least are somewhere close to that. And then let's get 500,000. 500,000 miners. Maybe we'll be able to touch the next layer. And then we'll get this. And then we'll sell all of them. And we're at 900 whatever. I feel like that's not even that big of a deal. So if I get, let's get 10,000. Maybe I'll be able to afford all of them. Nah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Day 25, guys. Make it rain. So we were lagging big time last round, so hopefully we don't lag out of the game. We are trash can the white. We have come back to see this finished. Okay, guys. It's already lagging down below because of these guys, so let's just bring him up here. We are a shooting star. Missile damage, poison damage. We'll do the poison damage. More poison damage. Minor damage. Minor damage. Absolutely. And poison damage. I guess I could have looked to see about the poison damage. That's alright. I'll do wet damage, because I know that's at least double. And then an added percentage on top of that. That's not half bad. Okay, we're doing a decent amount of damage to this layer. That's pretty nice to know. We're already at 3.8 billion coal. And they're not able, collectors aren't able to keep up with us with this layer. So we're just going to sit pretty here for the rest of the game and see how that works out for us. Oh, and we have a new material there too, a new ore. Probably not worth it for us to collect at this point in time, because we're just trying to collect everything else around it. We want the collectors to have something to collect and return to our stockpile and not just be doing nothing constantly. So 1.3 e to the 11, so we're definitely going to get into the 12s, but doesn't mean we're going to buy the uranium staff anyways. Though I would be interested in seeing how it does against the next layer. Maybe for a bonus episode after this, I'll give a little teaser on what the uranium staff does for this. But I don't know about this episode. We're already reaching over 2 hours and we are on the last day. Did you guys ever have a breakfast joint or a dinner joint that you'd go to when you were younger with your family on your birthday? This is my absolute favorite joint, was called Frank's Diner in Spokane, Washington. Absolutely loved going there for my birthday. It was a restaurant that was in a train cart that was just like on the side. It was like parked train cart, but it was like old fashioned, had the wooden kind of, I don't even know what you'd call it, just like wooden floors. The booths were nice wood as well, and it just was like very classy, old fashioned, and I always loved that place, and the food was fantastic. They had these sand dollar pancakes, or silver dollar pancakes, and I loved those things. They had one that had a plate of like 20 of them, and I would just smash those. So my dad always took me there for my birthday, or if he ever told me like some big news that he had, as far as like, there was a time my mom needed to have surgery and he brought me there and he was telling me about it, and in my head, like, I was having the time of my life eating breakfast there, because the way my dad put it, it was like everything was fine. But I mean, everything was alright. It wasn't too big of a deal, but 5.8. Yes. Arcane Angel of Death. That's what I'm talking about.
Guys, we made it to day 25. We are Trash Can the White, and we have seen it to the end. So all that being said, if you guys liked this episode, please leave a like and comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this trash. And I will see you guys next time.